Ladies and gentlemen, Malcolm Wellmaker is a problem in the UFC featherweight division. Now, most people agree with me as well, and they know this for a fact. I'm not sure how these people know that Malcolm Wellmaker is such a good fighter because he is a minus 280 favorite against Juan Diaz, who is a really, really good fighter, and he got finished by a debutant in MSG his last bout. So, I'm gonna give you my explanation on why I think Malcolm Wellmaker is a fucking problem and why I think he's gonna be in the top 15 in the fucking near future. But before I do so, be sure to go down below and comment your thoughts on Malcolm Wellmaker and why do you think people are so high on this kid? So, as I mentioned, Malcolm Wellmaker has a really tough opponent this weekend against Juan Diaz, who is also a really, really good fighter. And as I mentioned as well, he is a minus 280 favorite. I just want to know, like, why is that? Now, I have my thoughts in my head, which I'm going to explain right now, but I want to know yours as well. Okay, let's get right into it. Malcolm Wellmaker got defeated by Ethan Ewig, his last bout in MSG. And to be honest, even with that loss against the debutant, my stock for him rose. We got to know that Malcolm Wellmaker, when he gets taken down, he can actually get back up, which is a really good thing for these fighters. We have seen countless of times these high-level strikers get taken down and then they have no answers on the ground. They just stay there, they get fucking ragdolled, and they just cannot do anything. But Malcolm Wellmaker proved to us that even against a high-level grappler, he can get back up on his feet and still be in the fight. Now, of course, Ethan Ewig, every time Malcolm Wellmaker got back on his feet, he hit him with some nice knees and a couple of shots, which really gave him the fight, in my opinion. But now that's stuff you can just like fix in the gym, you know what I'm saying? I think his coaches must have seen that video. He must have seen it himself as well, and he made some adjustments on how not to get like clocked when you get back to your feet. Now, Malcolm Wellmaker striking, oh boy, that is a treat. That is actually so fucking beautiful to watch. Malcolm Wellmaker has heavy hands, but combined with heavy hands, he has that nice timing and technique that goes along with it, which just makes for beautiful striking. Absolutely beautiful striking. People who have that striking just rise to the top. People who come to mind are like Ilia Topuria. You know, he has that power. Okay, Ilia Topuria is on another level because he has next level power. Now, Malcolm Wellmaker is pretty much like technique, timing, mixed with some heavy power, but Ilia Topuria's power is on another level. But like Rafael Fiziev, Leon Edwards, like those, you know, those smooth strikers, if you know what I mean. Like those guys who, like, you see if he throws a punch, you can see if it connects, it will knock him out. Pretty much those types of people is who he reminds me of. And yeah, I fucking love those kind of fighters. Like, those fighters are so beautiful to watch, and when they connect, it's fucking devastating. Okay, but now I kind of want to get to the bottom of this. Why is Malcolm Wellmaker such a heavy favorite against Juan Diaz? Now, my problem with Malcolm Wellmaker is that if you give him like a Dagestani wrestler who is really, really high level wrestling, I doubt that he can get back up. Ethan Ewig is, as much as I've seen of him, he is a really good wrestler. But you put him like against like those Dagestanis, you know, those Islam Makhachevs, those Sean Brady's, those, you know, those types of like Bilal Muhammad's. I think he will get fucked up because I don't think he can get back to his feet if he gets taken down by them. Of course, they are in another weight class, but you get what I mean. I mean, like, the technique of a wrestler. Like, if you put those type of level wrestlers against this guy, I doubt he can get back to his feet. And that's the only problem I have with Malcolm Wellmaker. But now, I want to get to the bottom of this. Why is I highly doubt people see, because if I see some odds on some UFC fights, I doubt people see like the type of shit I see, because some of the odds are so fucked up that I can't understand how one guy is the underdog and the other guy's the favorite. But this time, it seems like the people have it correct, and I just want to know, like, why is that? Why, like, I don't really get it. Now, as I said, Malcolm Wellmaker against Juan Diaz is a minus 280 favorite. I completely agree with those odds. But if you check at the records of these guys, let me just pull it up right here. So if you check the records of these guys, Juan Diaz and Malcolm Wellmaker, if you go like opponent by opponent, Juan Diaz should be the favorite. But like, when you see the way these guys fight, I can say with like high confidence that Malcolm Wellmaker is gonna knock out Juan Diaz. When you see Malcolm Wellmaker, I'm sorry to fucking glaze this guy up so much, but I honestly think this guy has everything it takes to be in the top 15. Of course, if he makes like adjustments in his wrestling, which I think he already has done. And yeah, this guy's gonna be a problem. So let me show you guys Malcolm Wellmaker's past opponents real quick, and then I'm gonna show you Juan Diaz's past opponents. So this guy Malcolm Wellmaker is has been against Austin Carter, who was 0-2, 1-4. 1-7, 6-4, 4-5, 15-9, 6-3, 15-3, which this one is actually a really good win. Adam Bramhald is actually a really good fighter as well. So this is a really nice win. He knocked him out, I think, in round 1 with right hook and the contender series. So that's a really nice win. So we got Cameron Simon, who I think is actually really underrated. In my opinion, Cameron Simon is a really good fighter, but he has he has gotten some fucked up opponents like Peyton Talbot and like Malcolm Wellmaker with those heavy hands. Like, so you can't really blame him for losing those fights. Anyways, moving on, we got Chris Moutinho, who, like, fuck, man, like, I don't know, this guy is a walking punching bag, so you can't really make anything of it. He has 14 wins, but I haven't seen him win any single fight. I haven't checked his fights really. Retirement, why am I not surprised? Okay, anyway, moving on against with Malcolm Wellmaker. So you can see that this guy has fought against like losing level opposition pretty much. But if you take Yuan Diaz, this guy has fought against some really good people. So let me just open up these records and show you guys. So this guy has won against 13-5 Irvin Amaya, 13-7, 9-5, 7-6, excuse me, 9-5, 14-10. This guy doesn't even have a record. Okay, at 14-6, which this guy is actually pretty good as well. He knocked him out with a spinning elbow in the contender series, which was the most brutal fucking spinning elbow I've ever seen in my life. So you guys can see that Yuan Diaz actually has some pretty devastating knockouts as well, but still people favor Malcolm Wellmaker in this fight. I have to agree. I don't think I'm like some kind of MMA expert. I've just seen a lot of fights and I love discussing fights. It's so sad to say, but I don't really have any friends to like discuss MMA fights with because nobody really gives a shit about MMA from where I'm from. And that's why I'm actually making these videos, because I enjoy discussing these fights with you guys so much. Considering what I just showed you, if you look at the records, Yuan Diaz should be the favorite in this fight. But if you look at the way these guys fight, it's going to be a devastating knockout for Malcolm Wellmaker. And yeah, I'm pretty confident in saying that. So still my question is, why is Malcolm Wellmaker getting so much hype from the MMA fans? My theory, to be honest, is that UFC actually is promoting this guy so much. And that's why people just believe like the UFC promotion. Everybody is like seeing like all these sick highlights of this guy's KOs. And everybody's like, oh, this guy has to be the next best thing. But if UFC did not promote this guy that much, I think Malcolm Wellmaker might be the underdog against Yuan Diaz, because I doubt people like see the shit. I doubt the casuals see the shit we see as like diehard MMA fans, because if you see the way these guys fight, yeah, you can say that Malcolm Wellmaker is definitely the heavy favorite against Yuan Diaz. So guys, let me know what you guys think about Malcolm Wellmaker. Do you guys think that he will be in the top 15 in the featherweight division, or do you guys even think that he might lose against Yuan Diaz? I mean, I don't know. So please, everybody, let me know. I think Malcolm Wellmaker is gonna knock Yuan Diaz out, but yeah, Give me your thoughts on Malcolm Wellmaker. Let's make a discussion about this fighter. This guy really deserves it. And yeah, that's all I got for today. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Okay, guys? Bye-bye.